Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible. Just let him go to work.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker is Cantrell. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. It's a draw. Just plowing ahead. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's 3rd and eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off play play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Moses. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the left side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looking to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Now the play fake. There's a heat. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Toure. It's complete on the right side. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll try the left side. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Bunch formation for these receivers. Trying to beat him to the left. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reese. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Teray. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Motion from the back. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out in this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Heaves it on the run. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Caught near the sticks. It's Chambers. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. It's complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this.
Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Hand off from the shotgun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys. And
the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it to clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pass rush, right after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Plows through the defense. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executed. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking up.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just...
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Payne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. It's going to catch a big fella.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it, fire complete. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Rush coming in hot, and they got The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Bring in the heat. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He unleashes a long one. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage. Yeah,
if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to...
Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown time. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for them.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He leaves it with his back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
And the returner goes down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Handoff to the lone back. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Chambers. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's
turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming out on first down with the play fake.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rushes on him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's open on the right, and he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at 4.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moses. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Chambers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. He's going to run it. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble the offense jumped on.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Sooners need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David.